If you watched our previous video on President Ibrahim Traoré's achievements, within 2 years, you know how he's driven Burkina Faso's economic growth, industrial development, and cultural sovereignty, from boosting GDP to $20.1 billion to rejecting IMF and World Bank loans. His leadership has been remarkable. Today, we're taking it a step further. Do you think President Traoré will achieve what we will be listing below before his term ends? Will he continue to drive industrialization? How will he further assert Burkina Faso's sovereignty? Let's dive in and find out. Before we dive into this interesting topic, welcome back to my channel, where we turn whispers of everyday life into inspiring stories of hope, joy, and resilience. Inspired by real-world events, we craft narratives that illuminate the power of the human spirit, celebrate small victories, and remind us of the light even in challenging times. Click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to hear stories that uplift, encourage, and fill your heart with optimism. Now, do you think President Traoré will achieve the following before his term ends? Firstly, continued economic growth. Further boost Burkina Faso's GDP through sustained industrial development and infrastructure growth. Burkina Faso's economic growth is expected to continue, driven by several key sectors. Key drivers of economic growth. Agricultural sector. The government has increased support for agriculture, which accounts for 20% of GDP and employs 60% of the population. Initiatives include an $820 million program for developing strategic sectors and $36 million to boost cereal production. Mining sector. Gold production has begun to recover after initial disruptions due to security issues. The mining sector, particularly gold, remains crucial, accounting for 80.4% of exports and 18.2% of GDP in 2023. Services sector. Services, especially ICTs and financial services, have shown robust growth, contributing significantly to overall economic performance. Industrial development. The government has implemented policies to nurture local businesses and entrepreneurs across various sectors, fostering a more diverse economy. Economic projections. GDP growth. The IMF forecasts growth to reach 5.5% in 2024, indicating a positive trend. Medium-term outlook. Growth could settle at around 4.0%, 1.5% per capita over 2025 to 2026, driven by private investment and public spending. Poverty reduction. Poverty is expected to decrease slightly over the medium term, by approximately 1 percentage point per year. Challenges and opportunities. Security situation. The ongoing security crisis continues to impact economic activities and political stability. Infrastructure development. Completing ongoing projects like the Ouagadougou-Donson Airport and expanding road networks will facilitate trade and commerce. Infrastructure development. Completing ongoing projects like the Ouagadougou-Donson Airport and expanding road networks will facilitate trade and commerce. Investment opportunities. Burkina Faso welcomes foreign investment, particularly in sectors like agriculture, energy, banking, and finance. Secondly, increased self-reliance. Enhance the country's ability to produce its own goods and services, reducing dependence on foreign aid and imports. Increased self-reliance is a key aspect of President Traoré's vision for Burkina Faso. Here are some potential strategies to achieve this goal. Strategies for increased self-reliance. Industrialization. Develop local industries to produce goods and services, reducing reliance on imports. Agricultural development. Boost agricultural production to meet domestic needs and increase food security. Value addition. Encourage value-added processing of local products, such as cotton, gold, and agricultural produce. Entrepreneurship. Foster a culture of entrepreneurship and innovation, supporting local businesses and startups. Infrastructure development. Invest in infrastructure, such as roads, energy, and water supply, to support economic growth and development. Benefits of increased self-reliance. Reduce dependence on foreign aid. By producing its own goods and services, Burkina Faso can reduce its reliance on foreign aid and imports. Increased economic resilience. A self-reliant economy is better equipped to withstand external shocks and economic downturns. Job creation. Industrialization and entrepreneurship can create new job opportunities, reducing unemployment and poverty. Improved food security. Boosting agricultural production can improve food security and reduce reliance on imported food, Examples of successful self-reliance initiatives. Tomato processing plants. The establishment of tomato processing plants has reduced reliance on imports and boosted local agriculture. Gold mining. The nationalization of gold mines has increased local processing capabilities and value addition. Cotton industry. The development of the cotton industry has empowered local farmers and reduced dependence on foreign markets. Thirdly, industrial expansion. Establish more processing plants for various crops and minerals to increase value addition and create jobs. Industrial expansion is a crucial aspect of President Traoré's vision for Burkina Faso's economic growth. Establishing more processing plants for crops and minerals can have numerous benefits. Benefits of industrial expansion. Value addition. Processing plants can increase the value of local crops and minerals, generating more revenue for the country. Job creation. Industrial expansion can create new job opportunities in manufacturing, processing, and related sectors. Economic diversification. By processing local products, Burkina Faso can reduce its dependence on raw material exports and diversify its economy. Increased competitiveness. Value-added products can compete more effectively in global markets, enhancing Burkina Faso's economic competitiveness. Potential industries for expansion. Agricultural processing. Establishing processing plants for crops like cotton, maize, and rice can increase value addition and create jobs. Mineral processing. Developing processing facilities for gold, manganese, and other minerals can boost the mining sector's contribution to the economy. Manufacturing. Encouraging manufacturing industries, such as textiles, can create new opportunities for economic growth and job creation. Examples of successful industrial expansion. Tomato processing plants. The establishment of tomato processing plants has reduced reliance on imports and boosted local agriculture. Gold mining. The development of local gold processing capabilities has increased value addition and generated revenue for the country. Cotton industry. The expansion of the cotton industry has empowered local farmers and created new opportunities for economic growth. Fourth, infrastructure development. Complete ongoing projects like the Ouagadougou Airport and expand road networks to facilitate trade and commerce. Infrastructure development is crucial for Burkina Faso's economic growth and development. Completing ongoing projects and expanding road networks can have numerous benefits. Benefits of infrastructure development. Improved connectivity, enhanced road networks and transportation. Infrastructure can facilitate trade, commerce, and economic growth. Increased accessibility. Upgraded infrastructure can improve access to markets, services, and opportunities, particularly in rural areas. Boosted economic activity. Infrastructure development can stimulate economic activity, create jobs, and increase investment. Enhance competitiveness. Modern infrastructure can enhance Burkina Faso's competitiveness, attracting businesses and investors. Ongoing and planned infrastructure projects. Ouagadougou Airport. Completing this project can improve air transportation, facilitate trade, and boost tourism. Road network expansion. Upgrading and expanding road networks can enhance connectivity, reduce transportation costs, and increase access to markets. Other infrastructure projects. Additional projects, such as energy and water supply upgrades, can support economic growth and development. Impact of infrastructure development. Economic growth. Infrastructure development can contribute to economic growth, job creation, and poverty reduction. Improved quality of life. Upgraded infrastructure can improve access to basic services, enhance living standards, and promote overall well-being. Increased investment. Modern infrastructure can attract investment, stimulate economic activity, and create new opportunities. Fifth, cultural promotion is essential for preserving and celebrating Burkina Faso's rich heritage. Here are some ways to continue promoting Burkinabe identity and sovereignty. Cultural promotion initiatives. Cultural events. Organize festivals, concerts, and exhibitions showcasing Burkinabe music, dance, art, and literature. Education. Incorporate Burkinabe history, culture, and traditions into school curricula to promote cultural awareness and appreciation. Traditional practices. Support and promote traditional practices, such as craftsmanship, music, and dance, to preserve cultural heritage. Cultural exchange. Encourage cultural exchange programs with other countries to share Burkinabe culture and learn from others. Benefits of cultural promotion. Preservation of heritage. Cultural promotion helps preserve Burkina Faso's rich cultural heritage for future generations. National pride. Promoting Burkinabe identity and sovereignty can foster national pride and unity. Cultural diversity. Celebrating cultural diversity can promote tolerance, understanding, and cooperation among different communities. Tourism. Cultural promotion can also attract tourists, generating revenue and promoting economic growth. Examples of successful cultural promotion. Festival des Masques. This festival celebrates Burkinabe culture and traditions, showcasing masks, music, and dance. National Museum. The National Museum of Burkina Faso showcases the country's cultural heritage, history, and art. Cultural festivals. Various cultural festivals throughout the year promote Burkinabe culture and traditions. Cultural promotion. Continue promoting Burkinabe identity and sovereignty through cultural events, education, and traditional practices. As we look to the future, it's clear that President Ibrahim Traoré's leadership will continue to shape Burkina Faso's trajectory. With a strong foundation laid, the potential for growth, development, and prosperity is vast. From industrial expansion to cultural promotion, the possibilities are endless. Join us as we continue to explore the stories and achievements that are defining